A commotion brewed inside a coffee shop, the noise spilling over the street. "Sorry, folks," announced a barista to a crowd of customers inside a posh coffee shop. "There's no coffee today. The supplier didn't deliver the beans." "What?" the customers grumbled with frustration. "No coffee." "That can't be!" one customer yelled while stomping his fist on the counter. "We need our caffeine fix this morning, or we won't be able to go through our day." "Yeah," chorused a crowd, mostly wearing their business attires with their laptops. The customers turned their heads toward the door when Jesus entered, and the crowd parted like the Red Sea to give way to the bearded fellow. "What's the problem here?" asked Jesus.
"We've run out of coffee," exclaimed the troubled barista. "And these guys are acting like it's the world's end. I don't know what else to do."
"Fill the mugs with water and distribute it to everyone," said Jesus. "I'll make you the best coffee in the world." The customers reacted with gasps and sighs of disbelief. Some of them smirked and shrugged their shoulders. "Turn water into coffee," they quipped. "I don't think so." Jesus snapped his fingers once everybody got a mug at hand, and behold, the water in their cups turned into coffee. Instead of taking a sip of their coffee, the customers brushed it aside, ignoring the flavorful aroma of the beverage. Some of them stood up and gathered around the counter, complaining. "This isn't the coffee I want," insisted the customers. "We want a cappuccino," yelled several groups.
"Macchiato!" shouted a faction.
"Latte," howled dozens of others.
"Caramel macchiato," growled a group of friends.
Jesus left the coffee shop unnoticed. The crowd became more upset. When the customers looked at their mugs, they realized their coffee had returned to water. In the heart of a bustling city, a miracle unfolded in a coffee shop. Jesus transforms water into coffee before the eyes of a disgruntled crowd. What should have been a moment of awe and gratitude, however, was marred by dissatisfaction and demands for more sophisticated coffee drinks. This episode lays bare a fundamental human flaw, our tendency to focus on our desires while overlooking the blessings God bestows upon us every day. The patron's ungrateful response to Jesus' miracle was a poignant reflection of how often we, as God's children, disregard his gifts, blinded by egoistic tendencies. As followers of Christ, we are called to appreciate all of God's blessings, no matter how humble or ordinary they may seem. This virtue is echoed in 1 Thessalonians 5:18. "In everything give thanks, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus." Christians must manage their expectations and desires. Remember that true contentment comes from God. In Philippians 4:11-12, Paul reminds us, "I have learned in whatever situation I am to be content. I know how to be brought low, and I know how to abound." In conclusion, the coffee shop incident serves as a powerful metaphor for our spiritual journey as Christians. It prompts us to cultivate a spirit of gratitude and to find contentment in the simplicity of God's blessing. The world may not always offer us a cappuccino, but in Christ we find fulfillment and joy in every simple cup of coffees that life brings.